Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I want to go back to something the member opposite said, and I appreciate his sort of passionate commitment to inclusion and the description of 35 years of a career spent in support of that. So it reminded me of Policy 322 that has been under review, and we understood it was expected to be presented in the spring. But now that deadline has been pushed out to the fall, and people that had been participating in the draft of those changes haven't been able to see the changes or be included anymore in what Policy 322 looks like. So I'm wondering if the minister could help explain why Policy 322's revised version has been pushed out to the fall and what we could expect.
Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development.
Donc, je remercie le leader de l'opposition officielle pour la question, c'est vraiment important. Cette politique 322 est essentielle dans nos écoles publiques pour l'inclusion de nos élèves. Je l'avais personnellement appuyé, comme j'ai dit tantôt, il y a 35 ans. C'est vrai qu'il y avait une examination de cette politique. C'était prévu d'avoir des changements ou des améliorations dans cette politique. En discutant cette politique avec nos experts de l'inclusion du Nouveau-Brunswick, ce n'est pas seulement l'inclusion du Nouveau-Brunswick, mais les autres personnes qui ont bien travaillé pendant longtemps dans ce domaine. Je ne suis pas positif qu'on a besoin de changer la politique, plutôt qu'on a besoin de faire beaucoup de perfectionnement et d'examiner comment on emploie cette politique dans nos écoles. Merci.
Thank you. Chef de l'Opposition officielle.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think you can see that when we have policies that are meant to come forward and then get delayed, when we have bills that are rushed and land in the House and need to be amended by the people that presented them, when they lack operational plans, when we lack an energy plan, there's a reason why the people of New Brunswick have lost trust in this government and do not feel included because they don't know what's going on. And their opportunities to participate, to consult, have been eliminated. We've taken away public participation in health boards. We've taken away public participation in district education councils. We're taking away municipalities' rights to change their own bylaws in the Local Governance Commission. So I would ask the government, and the Premier in particular, can we move forward changing this legislation and supporting a democratic process that includes the public and stakeholders in our governance, both here in committees as well as in the legislation you're proposing that governs education, health, and our municipalities.
The Honourable the Premier.
So, Mr. Speaker, I don't think there's any question about some of the big files that we've taken on. A file like the municipal reform that sat dormant for 12 years, 13 years. And municipalities in situation in a province that weren't able to grow in the way they might otherwise if they had a larger body, a larger organizational structure. And then, of course, we saw the decline in population in rural areas that meant that places like volunteer fire departments and all those issues that weren't well supported. So, Mr. Speaker, there have been some big changes. And there have been some needs to reform our province. And you know, Mr. Speaker, these are turned into big opportunities. And yes, as mentioned yesterday, we do have challenges in housing. But why is that? We've got 65,000 new people. We have 4,000, 5,000 new students. Mr. Speaker, we have challenges we haven't experienced forever in our province, maybe going back 100 years. So, Mr. Speaker, it's a time when we do have to think differently, but it's also a time that other people are recognizing New Brunswick for what it can bring to the world, what it can bring to Canada, and what potential we have. Because people in New Brunswick right now are thinking bigger and better and bolder, Mr. Speaker.